What I think of the Venus Project is a it's a newer version of society, like how Jacques Fresco was saying, how you raise the level of society, and I agree completely, and how he doesn't. But of course, it's going to be needed to be flexible on things like that. But what I think right now is how the entire world is, the entire history, the entire system of a planet is kind of like a video game. Like you have an alpha stage, which is consisting of single-celled organisms and just little tiny stuff. And you got the closed beta stage, like how video game designers have closed betas before they release a final product. They have closed beta, which is more or less the dinosaurs, and then basically it upgraded from that to an open beta, which is the mammals, and it took what, like 100,000 years for the open beta, and we got the tools and stuff like that, and then we started getting towards a more final release, which is the age of education and learning about things like that. And now we're into a kind of going from an open beta to a more final, or not even that, more like a final to a 2.0, like how it is in Earth 2.0 in that movie. So yeah, basically the world is a big gigantic video game. Now with education I do not agree with completely whatsoever in this society. I think it's a waste of my time, and I feel like I've wasted a lot of my efforts, a lot of energy into the schooling system that we have right now. Like, for example, it's just ridiculous how linear our society is. Like, we should not be sitting around into a classroom with no windows, facing straight forward at a chalkboard, trying to figure things out. We should be outside doing hands-on all the time, not doing tests. There's no testing of knowledge, you just learn on your own. And there's no passing or failing. It's either mistakes or progress. Now what I mean by that is you make a mistake and you try to fix it. As in failing, you just fail, and that's that. You got an F. You don't get the GPA goes down and your credibility is shot. There's no real second chances for that because it's a predatory society, and they don't give you second chances in a predatory society. Now, with progress instead of success, it's more because you can never be completely successful at anything. No one is perfect. That means no one is successful. There's progress. Internet is progress of computers. It's progress of humanity trying to get a complete voice, trying to interconnect with each other. But for a finalized, you're never going to have a finalized of anything. There's never going to be a finalized table. There's never going to be a finalized computer monitor. There's going to be a finalized speaker because it's always going to be improved. Just take for the table, for example. It went from what, a leaf? Now it's into like a nice polyester, not polyester, whatever this is made out of. Anyways, it's besides the point. My point is there's no success ever. It's just progress and mistakes. And my problem right now is that I'm in college and 80% of what I learn is useless, complete uselessness. I have learned more things through YouTube and on the internet than I have throughout my entire life in school. My entire 18 years of life in school, 18, 14, whatever, is all useless. People could say that you learn how to organize thoughts. You can come to a credible solution to things in a logical manner. I think that's all bullcrap. You learn it on your own. You don't you don't learn it through a classroom. All right, so for example, with this logical thought, the point of algebra I was taught back in school, my algebra teacher was fantastic, well, one of them, and he always said that the point you may not use algebra ever again in your life, but the point of expanding your thought, using that to exercise your brain, to expand it, to think more logically about other things in life, that's how he thinks. That's how the system thinks schooling should work. That is stupid because it's not in the right environment for that. People should be doing it all hands on and not like cattle. My senior year in high school, I sat in a study room, no windows, for 3 hours, staring straight forward and doing absolutely nothing. There was no homework, there was no studying in the study hall. You just sat there being a paycheck for some teacher, and it was a waste of my time. That kills brain cells. Sitting in a room full of concrete walls kills brain cells. That's not schooling, that's just cattle, herding cattle. Now, of course, this monetary system promotes all that because they don't care about your education. They actually want you to be dumb so they don't question you. Especially with the global elite. That's besides the point. Now, with this Venus project, I really like how they set up the education system because it sets it up whereas you you flourish on your own. You learn by yourself, and then you get guidance with teachers. You don't necessarily get forced to learn. Whenever someone forces me to do anything, I just have a sudden, instant demotivation. I just don't want to do it. I just absolutely do not want to do anything. Now I get motivation whenever I see, oh, I'm curious about this, and I start learning about it on my own, and I'll be like, oh, this is cool. Oh, I can do this. Oh, it leads to other things, and it's just a chain reaction of learning. It's how humans should be like, and that's how it should be with the entire schooling system. Not with a linear curriculum of books and crap that you will never use, and it just makes you go on autopilot all day. That's what basically schooling does to you. It teaches you how to go on autopilot for your job that will be just as autopilot, for your job that will be just as redundant as school is. Your entire life is geared to be redundant. And I can't handle that. No, that's not how it's going to be for me. For me, it's going to be about learning on my own, creative on my own, and credibility. If I have no credibility, so be it, because credibility to me means nothing. Credibility. If you get A's in school, that means how much bullcrap you can take at once. So yeah, I think the Venus Project has a really good uh, alternative to the society, and I would really love to see that happen in my lifetime. But who knows? I mean, there's going to be a crash pretty soon in the economy, that's for sure. I'm not being a conspiracy theorist. I've actually done a really good amount of research on credible sources, and I don't like talking like doomsday things because I think that's a horrible thing to go by with your life, thinking of negative all the time. But whenever it's real, I mean, so much you can do. So naive you can be. So you try to express it throughout different ways, try to get people to know about it, and if people don't listen, or if they just throw out rash, uh, bashing with no real substance to the argument, then just go on your way because it's just a waste of my time. And if they actually do have some kind of argument and they listen to, all right, having an argument is different than just talking. Talking without listening gets you nowhere. Kind of how it is with my dad. Talk to him, he doesn't listen to you. He states what he thinks and he does not listen to you whatsoever. That's not debating. That is stating facts at what you think, and that's it. There's no progress in that. I'm interested in more of these videos that you're doing because I like them and they're interesting. So yeah, keep doing it.